And we're back.
How about you guys? How the fucking Macarena? Look at the Macarena.
I'm gonna say, so you're gonna have to have both knees replaced, both hips, and now fucking shoulder.
Why both hips? I'm not that old.
No,
He's
but
the
the
one
weight it's
needing
holding
hips.
up, buddy.
He's the one that needs fucking hips.
And doing the
geriatric.
Macarena, all that freaking movement. Oh wait, sorry, that was the airbag and
Wait,
the freaking air seat.
Why
you
were
gotta
you
replace.
doing the Macarena?
It's
again?
part of why I was sitting for 5.5 hours, losing my fucking mind. Bored.
You just got out and started doing the Macarena?
Oh no, he
It
was
was in
doing
the
it in the
truck.
seat in the truck. That's why the airbag and the seat blew out. That's why he was on the ground and couldn't see over top of the dash.
I can see over top of the dash, but not much further.
And that's why that girl in that freaking van couldn't see him.
Well, now, she would have had the same issue with Harkey.
At full blast.
Except-
I was gonna say a full airbag.
Except he drove on the floor so he could reach the pedals.
He did. That was weird. So we can't get you to wear Crocs.
Dude, they are amazing.
You still not a Croc guy?
Nope.
Okay. What about Hey Dudes?
Nope.
Wait, hold on.
What if I get you 30% off Hey Dudes?
Nope.
Would you wear Crocs if they were here?
Nope.
I got an extra pair upstairs.
I wouldn't wear Crocs if you took my boots and my socks off and put the fucking Crocs on me. I wouldn't wear the motherfuckers.
I feel like that's a challenge.
Accepted.
I'm not gonna say you're not big enough.
You sit on him.
We don't want to kill him.
Yeah.
You want to kick it off before we get too far?
Yeah. SmashCastBros. Keep it local. Keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
Hey Dude's got a sale going. Flash sale. I don't know how long it's going to last, whether it's still going or not. It was as of today. Hopefully
Send me
next
the
week.
link. My daughter likes them.
Extra 30. Just the code is extra 30. There isn't a link. It's just heydude.com. Heydude.com, and the code is extra 30. They have American flag ones. Appreciate those quite a bit.
I looked into buying one of those. It was, I think the largest size they went was just slightly too small. It's the downside to having big feet.
I got the same problem with well, never mind.
With hats. With your ego.
Yeah, nothing fits.
Well, okay. I wear size 14s. So before I even look at the style or design of footwear, I just narrow it down by size 14.
That's probably a good
You
idea.
need to go to a fucking ski shop for that shit.
Nah. What was it? Michael Jordan wears size 17s and has to like custom order his shoes.
Jesus. Big Son's got
He's
like
got
size
the
16s.
money.
Yeah.
But that's part of why I like wearing Ariat boots, because they come in up to 17, I think.
Oh yeah, I bet they do. Mm.
But that's for them big old cornbread boys.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so we talked about the Olympics had an issue providing food for all the Olympians.
Yep.
And I was kind of making fun of the French for not preparing for it until I saw the U.S. men's like discus and shot put throwers step in. And there's some big old cornbread boys. I'm like, oh, never mind. They didn't expect those guys to show up.
I got a really good list of stuff for Harbor Freight.
What is that box?
It's a digital
That's
caliper.
the digital caliper he was talking about.
Yeah, you can look at it.
And that thing looks identical to my freaking Blue Point one. Identical.
It's hard, dude. I got two other ones in the little battery cover. I got a bad habit of losing the battery cover.
Not surprises you.
How much did that
I need
run
to
you?
just buy like the best battery ever, and then crazy glue the lid on, and once it dies, buy a new one.
How about you just like run some tape around it and put it in one of the 27 fucking toolboxes?
How much does that run you?
$15.
That ain't bad. How accurate is it? Ooh, it's got some heft to it.
Pretty
I mean,
accurate.
it is identical to my freaking Blue Point one.
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. I got two other ones. Go look.
I don't think it goes small enough, buddy. I have a dial one that's a Mitutoyo,
I got
and that's
I got
a
one.
freaking high dollar one.
Oh, yeah, it
I
is.
think I spent $170 on it 20 years ago.
I got one of those.
Yeah, but you don't need to buy another one.
Damn right I don't.
I don't know if it's Mitutoyo, but it might be. I think it is. gauge. Before the Harbor Freight thing, the whole Tim Walz VP, Harris's VP pick.
The one you're voting for, yeah.
Holy shit, this guy's something else. He has got all the makings of a perfect liberal for this fucking bitch.
Is he the one that claimed he was a vet, but he isn't?
Yep. Well, he was a vet, but as soon as they said, okay, we're going to war, he goes, I'm retiring. Immediately had to backtrack because he told everybody he's seen action, but he never really did. So, Charlie Kirk, welcome to the race, Tim Walz. Let's make sure America knows who you are. You helped ignite the George Floyd riots, the worst the country had seen in decades. While Minneapolis burned, you stalled on deploying the National Guard for an entire day, blaming the city for not submitting the right paperwork. I'm sorry, but in that situation, there's no paperwork to be involved. Get your asses out here and start knocking people down. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to it. You let your daughter leak the National Guard's deployment plans online so that rioters would know how long they had to loot the city with impunity. Minneapolis is a war zone because of you. Still is, I think, isn't it?
Well, I think it's settled down.
But they're still
demolishing the freaking aftermath. There's still insurance claims of freaking people not getting their freaking buildings back up. Most of them had to close their doors because they've been out of business so long because their buildings have been fucking demolished that they can't freaking do anything. They're waiting on the insurance. The insurance doesn't want to give up because it was freaking people that did it. And
this is planned.
Yeah.
So Tim Walz and his buddies can step in and buy the land for cheap.
Yeah. He probably had no idea he would be picked for VP. He just needed his future to be locked down. Just days after the attempted murder of Donald Trump, you called him and his supporters fascist, egging on the same rhetoric that led to him being shot in the first place. You have overseen some of the most radical youth trans surgery laws in the country. Under your leadership, teenagers can get their breasts chopped off and sterilized, and your government calls it health care. You have the most radical abortion laws in the country. 0 limits. Every 5 to 6 babies are born alive and then murdered legally. Every year, 5 or 6 babies are born alive and then murdered legally under his laws. That's fucked up. On immigration, you famously said you wanted to provide a ladder so invaders can come over Trump's wall. You are a radical open border zealot. Also, during COVID, you approved $500 million in hero pay for frontline workers, only to have 40% of that money go to people who were ineligible or, in many cases, literally deceased. You will try to disguise yourself as folksy Midwestern moderate. In reality, you are a white male version of Kamala Harris, radical, inept, undeserving to be in leadership, and make this go viral, ruin their honeymoon. Let's educate millions. The media will not do it. He's a piece of shit.
I did like that the party of DE&I picked a white man as their VP.
He is the most radical. But yes, I was surprised that she didn't, because of the whole race thing. I'm surprised she didn't pick a black woman, an actual black woman.
I think she picked him to soften the blow. Because everyone knows she's useless. So the left is grasping at straws, hoping that Tim Walz is better than Kamala, which is not saying much.
Prior to me getting a Facebook account, you guys, everyone had warned me, it is a bitch fest.
Yeah.
Wow. Some of those things you get so irritated and on edge just reading some of the comments.
Oh, yes.
Oh, well,
and
hold
it's
on.
hard not to go into it and not comment back.
There's a lot of rage baiters out there, and I'll admit I like to join in.
There's a dude that lives right behind me.
Fucking freaking pot shit stir.
I have not seen anything from you guys.
Oh, I don't comment. I scroll past because if I get started, I'm going to go to Facebook jail like I used to regularly.
I have not seen anything from you two
But I
yet.
scroll past just because if not, I'm going to end up in Facebook jail again.
What was the one I did? I was really stirring the pot. Someone started it with some rage bait stuff. Apparently it was a while ago. Oh, yeah, there it is.
I don't know, but
So someone posted Okay, somebody needs to answer now. My old lady was late this month, and I find out she's pregnant. What? I can't have kids because I got fixed, because I don't like kids, and I confront her, and she said it happened on Cop Day at the fair. She told me everything. So now I'm looking for the guy with the stupid haircut like Richard Simmons that blasted her behind the goat barns in my blue truck. You was wearing a green Michigan State shirt, had a khaki color shorts, and smoked Camel cigarettes. Turn yourself in or I will find you. Now. And I said, nah, Cop Day wasn't me. It was a few weeks before that. It was bullshit. I know he's just rage baiting people, but I gotta have some sort of fun.
That's funny. But there's a super leftist that lives right back here, and I'm just ready to take a picture, take a drone shot of his house, and go, what about this guy? So put it in the thing. I want to do this so bad. What about this dude?
I was just say that might get your ass in trouble.
That might be pushing
Why?
a little too far. I mean, I get it's all public, and you can do that, but he could also call that harassment. Because you are targeting.
He's out there harassing numerous people. So
But
I
if
see
you're
his name every
taking a
time.
picture of his house, that can be considered harassment. Speaking of harassment,
Or say, hey, meet me on the corner of this street and this street, and then he's going to see the crossroads and go, holy shit, wait a minute.
or what was it? Or since we're talking about that kind of thing, you seen the Brits want to try and extradite people, U.S. citizens, for
Yes.
hurtful language online? Oh, what a world we live in.
What,
So
they
if-
want to freaking get them from the U.S., take them over to Britain to
Yeah.
prosecute them?
Yeah, if you make a comment and it goes to one of their people, they want to extradite, you, me. And I'm like, and everybody that sees those,
All right, have fun.
yeah, bring it. I'll be here waiting.
No, I'll go with.
The last time you guys showed up
I will
to America
teach-
with guns, what happened, buddy?
Well, okay. I mean, I saw a comment that said now is the time, because with this government we got in charge now, they would go for it.
They probably
But the last thing Great Britain wants that I don't think they understand is a bunch of the Americans that were saying that stuff in their prisons, because we'll teach your guys how to be real dicks.
How right? How
wanna
how
see a
big is
prison
Britain?
riot?
Isn't Britain like the size of Michigan?
less than the size of Michigan.
Here's your fucking sign.
You can drive across Britain in 2 hours. It takes freaking 4 hours to drive from Detroit to fucking Lake Michigan.
More than that,
They
if
have no
there's
idea what they're up
construction.
against. And every what do we got? Billion more fucking guns.
Well, Europeans keep coming. Europeans call Americans stupid, and then they got this grand thing where they think they can fly to New York, then have a day trip down to Miami to go, or Orlando to go to Disney World, and then day trip out to Los Angeles. Nah, dude. You're looking at 3 or 4 days to drive across the country.
I tell them, more power to you. Here's an electric car.
Yeah.
Here's an electric
And there's only
only fucking
7
car.
government charging stations that were built for $10 billion a piece.
Yeah.
I think we're up to 8 now. Oh my god.
But
Anyway, Tim Walz or Tom Walz or whatever the fuck this guy's name is, he's a piece of shit.
Dumbass number 2.
Oh my
Dumbass
god.
Number 1's Kamala.
DNC's coming up though. Will they change their tune? You think they're sticking with her?
I think they're pretty well set down this path.
You think they're committed? I don't think they can change because they'll lose.
Any credibility for the sheep that they still have on board?
They hate.
They still have a lot of sheep on board, and I don't understand why.
They do, but I feel like if they switch out of Kamala, the sheep will start fading a little bit.
They have no idea how the smartest move they could ever make is dump her and go with Kennedy.
I get it. The Democrats as a whole don't want Kennedy because he's an independent, but he is
It
their
splits votes.
best bet.
It takes their pile of votes and splits them.
He is the new Nader. Nader used to run as an independent, and all he really did was take votes away from the Democrats, and that's it.
That's why I'm. At
Look,
this point, I really like the guy for that reason alone.
If the Democrats got their head out of their ass and they had Kennedy as their candidate, Trump might actually have some real competition. But if he runs as an independent, Democrats are fucked.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
I think
However,
the DNC, they have to announce something. They're going to have to announce something, what they're doing.
they're going to say, for the sake of democracy, we're not giving you a vote or a voice. We're putting Kamala in place. For the sake of democracy, of course.
All right. Fuck the politics for the rest of the night. We good with that?
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys remember the story on Claude Rafiki? The drunk driver that had on all the motorcycles?
Over in Wisconsin?
I think it was in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Black guy that worked at Lax. Killed. He's looking at 1 to 6.
1 to 6
lifetimes?
No, 1 to 6 years. Amy is fucking livid. I said, call out there. Call out a Fox News outlet out there somewhere and tell him, I used to work with this guy. He was a raging drunk. Left empty bottles everywhere. Parking lot, on the line, wherever. We had a lady, well, never mind.
Either way, though, 1 to 6.
That
How many people did he kill?
At least 3. Amy knows more about it.
If he was a full-blown American citizen and had that white privilege, I guarantee he'd get at least 1 lifetime.
Life, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a foreigner, and he's not light-skinned.
Well, you don't want to be perceived as racist, so let him off with basically a slap on the wrist. Because for 1 year, all he has to do for 1 year is be a good little boy in prison.
He played the stupid card and got away with it. And they ate it up. The fucking leftist judges ate it up.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the answer from the old lady, but she might not get it. I can't even. Speaking of rage, it enrages me that this guy basically got away with killing a bunch of innocent people that were out just riding their motorcycles because he was just a raging alcoholic that couldn't put his bottle on. I drink on the weekends. I don't drink on school nights. I drink during this thing, maybe a little.
Once in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for you. But it just, God, it pisses me off.
Don't drink and drive. That's what I'm for.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Party hard. Party all you want. But
well, that and
the fact that he cannot stop long enough to do his job.
Well, it also doesn't help that in Michigan, at least, the legal
3.
limit, if you have a CDL, is half the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
0.04.
And if you're in a commercial vehicle, 0 is the rule. 0 tolerance, which, as it should be, it's a lot of weight to have someone less than ideal. That being said, they give out CDLs to anybody that has a pulse.
That's why all 3 of us have them.
Yeah. Well, mine's a Cracker Jack box. I found an old one sitting on a shelf somewhere. Knocked the dust off, pulled that CDL out. That's why I'm driving.
You guys aren't wrong. What have I been doing this 30 years almost? 30 years? Back then, it was getting a lot more lax. Two fronts. Prior to me getting one, you could be grandfathered in.
Yep.
Then you had to take the test. You had to take a road test and a paper test. Now you have to take a whole class. You did the whole class, didn't you?
3 weeks
I did
or
it
6 weeks of driving.
through a company.
Okay.
Through a trucking company. I took it through there. You have to do the...
Yeah, it's a minimum.
You have to go
3
into
weeks?
Secretary of State.
3 or 6 weeks.
Take a couple tests to get an instruction permit, and then spend a lot of time with someone training.
The TIP, Temporary Instructional Permit.
Then you spend a lot of time with a driver in a truck, learning all the ins and outs. Then you go to Secretary of State, not Secretary of State, find a testing location, and they go through the whole test there, starting with a pre-trip. If you mess up the pre-trip, that's where it ends. If you can't get a pre-trip right, we're not going on the road. But I think from when I started driving in that class to when I was on my own was like 5 weeks.
That's a long time.
Well, that's pretty
I
quick.
think,
'Cause some of these driving
Trigger's right.
schools,
It's 3 weeks.
some driving schools are months.
Yeah. Some of them should be.
I was gonna say, you've had your CDL for how long?
Going on 30 years.
Still can't drive a manual.
Say, I've had mine for 24 years now.
You still can't drive a manual.
I prefer the manual.
Is your square body coming?
No, it's not a square body. That's a CK truck.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was freaking.
It's like the early 88, 89 headlights.
Never mind. From back there, it looked like a freaking square body with
Right.
the dual headlights, like your Blazer had.
Yep. The 91, yeah. Oh, what do we got here?
Yeah.
Anyway, no, they
The
require.
age
it's
of those
just a-
riders was 22, 21, and 44, she says.
Jesus.
That's pretty young. You want to talk about your buddy? Claude Rafiki? She knows him.
You know, and back when we got, I mean,
Scumbag.
I don't know about when you got your actual driver's license. Back when we got our driver's license, we did it the first 3 weeks out of high school, and the year we were 15, did it right at the high school. The high school provided cars. We signed up for it, whatever. Did our freaking
Teachers.
3 weeks. Teachers were our freaking
Trainers.
trainers, and after that we had our freaking
So-
we had our permits, and we had to wait until we were 16. You go down to the Secretary of State, get our license. Now you have to take stage 1, a stage 2,
Oh.
a stage 3,
So-
and then go to
Because
a third
everybody wants to
party.
get their hand out. Well, if the school's doing it and the teachers are just training us, there's not enough money getting changed hands to tax. So it's time to change that. That's what they. That had to
So
be-
when I did it, the normal way was you pay a driving school, and I think there's 2 segments, one in the summer, one in the winter, because you have to know how to drive them both. Especially up here in Florida, it's all the same. Well, down there it's probably monsoon season and summer. But-
gotta drive through big puddles.
So, so the normal way is you pay a driving school, and I think it's 2 different segments. But I want to say you might be able to get your at the time you could get your TIP through the school, driving school. However, I did the alternate that you can't do anymore, where you get your TIP at Secretary of State, and you can ride with a parent or guardian, learn to drive that way, because my dad used to drive for a living, not semi, but he used to drive all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
So I could learn from a parent or guardian and then go in and take a test separate from the school and save some money.
See up here, you got segment 1 and segment 2 now. Segment 1 you do at a class or whatever. Then you have to have it's almost like 80 or 100 hours of drive time before you're allowed to take segment 2. So it could take 6 months for you to get that time. Now, if you're 18 and doing it, all you have to do is go down and get your temporary driving permit from Secretary of State, schedule a freaking road test, and you can get your license. But at 16, you have to go through segment 1 and then segment 2. But after each segment, you have to have like 80 or 100 hours of drive time before you can go to the next segment. When we were in school,
It's not that much, but it's something. I don't remember what it is.
when we were in school, you did the 3 weeks of driving, and the minute you turn 16, you can go get your license.
I think it's
And-
30 hours of daylight and 10 hours a night.
Okay. And it just,
So when I took my driving test, passed the first time, but I was cruising down Edgewood Boulevard with the tester on, where it's alongside 96
yep.
and just Jersey barriers there. And I'm cruising along, and the tester leans over, looks at the speedometer, and says, "You might want to slow it down. Sometimes they run a speed trap up here." Fucking, what did you just say? I don't think you're allowed to tell me that.
I thought I felt a raindrop.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep. I just felt one.
Yeah, I think I did. Wait a minute, what the hell's going on?
But yeah, the tester just like, hey, sometimes they run a speed trap up here. Just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Should have had my freaking permit waiting for my 16th birthday when I had gotten into some trouble. Had to do some community service. I ended up
Surprised with this one.
You got T-tops here and at home.
Here.
Okay.
Ended up doing mowing the church lawn.
Yeah.
Community service, and then still didn't have a license, but I jumped in my dad's truck and hauled the lawnmower over to the freaking church to do the community service with just a permit, no license. Dad didn't go with me. It's like, no, it's your problem. You figure it out.
Yeah.
So I jumped in Dad's truck, loaded the lawnmower up, and drove the 10 miles to the church. Mowed the lawn, loaded the lawnmower up, drove 10 miles back to home. No license.
Kind of reminds me of your little girl taking off on a scooter. I was pretty proud of her for that.
Then again, as long as you're not doing anything wrong, typically the cops aren't going to do a whole lot about it unless you look outrageously young.
Or something there's got to be a red flag or something.
Yeah.
A major one.
What do you got on your
Out of
little
all
note
these
there?
years, out of all this talk of CDL and stuff, I've got way more than both of you probably combined of years in driving truck. The actual semi work.
Haul of
I
freight, yeah.
fucking hate driving. I just loathe it.
I got my CDL to test drive and to move equipment around. I don't think I hauled any products for the first 10 years I had a CDL.
Doesn't matter if it's empty or not. Just driving truck. I'm tired of it.
And by all means, and most of my stuff was done around Lansing. After I got my CDL, I had to deliver equipment all over Lansing. Some of the longest runs I ever went on then was bobtailing or whatever. I'd freaking take a straight truck down to like Goshen, Indiana, pick up a tractor and a trailer and run it back up here to Lansing. Empty. I never had to haul freight, never had to haul any product. But at the same time is, I don't have hazmat, you guys do. I can remember driving around Lansing in a Marathon Ashton Petroleum truck with a 6-axle fuel tanker, no hazmat, no placards, but I would drive it around. That's a big ass freaking ticket.
Yeah.
But I'm hauling a fuel tanker, empty. It was empty, but still.
Residual.
Exactly. I still have to have a hazmat license to haul that empty tanker.
Yeah.
I've done some pretty stupid shit before having a CDL and since having a CDL. But you know, nowadays for farmers, you used to have F endorsement for farm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Guess what? You don't have to have any endorsement to haul or drive a farm truck now.
Really?
Whoa, it's worse than that.
They've lightened up on a thing. On one thing.
All you have to do is go to Secretary of State and do a written test, and you can get a recreational doubles endorsement. So you can haul a fifth wheel camper and a boat behind that.
Yep.
And it's legal on a regular driver's license.
It is.
But the guy he's passing has got to have all sorts of endorsement and training.
Now, see, we don't have to have recreational doubles. Ours supersedes
We have
that.
a real one.
I get that, but
But yeah, any Joe
it's
Blow
basically
smoke,
the
you
guy
get
driving
recreational doubles.
already had like mimosas all morning, getting in his motorhome, taking off, thinking
Well-
he's king shit.
And
So-
okay, there's that. Look at that. Look at the Class B, big ass motorhomes like your old man's. They don't have to have any specialized license to frickin' drive that for frickin' Michigan to Florida, doing whatever the hell they want. The left lane, the right lane, cutting people off. They don't have to have any specialized training, license, nothing.
And that thing is worse than a fucking straight truck.
Loaded for bear, and they're skipping every way station along the way. Yeah.
Stopping and buying cartons of cigarettes and taking that over state lines.
Yeah.
Cases of frickin' natty ice in your dad's.
But yeah, it's just there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to licensing. Some of it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'm gonna shift this over to the Harbor Freight thing. So last week I told you that nothing stood out in this ad.
The one I went over?
Yes. Nothing stood out in this ad. However, I've been educated.
On the suicide stands?
No, I mean 50% off. I don't think that's a great deal. I don't know. I've never paid that much for fucking jack stands, but mine are older than dirt. So
then again, in this economy, that's still cheap.
So I took a few notes. Across this top right here, the two ones I want to start out with, the Apache cases, the gun cases, or whatever you want to call them. They could be.
Don't you have one?
I got a bunch of them.
Okay.
30% off across the board on any Apache case. That's a pretty good deal. What an asshole.
I don't think he was very happy about that car cutting him off.
I don't think so either. Oh, he goes by all the time just purposely being loud. It's
because he's in a Magnum.
Well, it is. 30% off the Apache cases. Back to the Harbor Freight thing. That's a pretty fair deal. If you ever needed one for whatever, I got the long gun case and I got a bunch of the small ones. They're real for the money. I put them up against Pelican. I mean, no, they're not the Pelican.
I was going to say, not price match wise.
No, I would buy a bunch of these before I went and bought a Pelican. I'm sorry, and I know the professor's going to cringe when I say that because
are those truly watertight though?
Yeah.
Are they? Okay.
Dude, I bet they are. I will sink one. Let's sink one, blow the outside of it off with the air compressor, and then open it and see how much water's in one. We can sink it for 24 hours. I'll try it.
Oh, you got a pool next door.
I got a bucket, I got a dog pool, I got whatever. Yeah, I'll try it. I'm willing to try it. Another one, all the Icon ratchet. Now the Icon stuff is pretty fair quality stuff.
The better end.
It is their high end. It's their high end shit. Don't know what they're doing. All their ratchets are 40% off. That's a pretty good deal.
Including the gold-plated one?
Yep. It's right on the picture. I think that's real 24 karat gold. I'm sure it is.
Solid gold.
I wrote down a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go over it all, and we can talk about each and every one. The Icon ratchets, you got any questions about that or comments?
Nope.
I think they're fair stuff.
I've heard that they were... I've heard that they were decent.
Got a lifetime warranty just like anything else, and now that we have one in Kent Hood, it's closer to proverbial home, especially where I work and Jeremy works. Moody had one by his work all along. So the U.S. General accessories, the toolbox accessories, what do you think that entails?
Toolbox accessories?
Yes.
It's like the paper towel holder.
Yep, magnet stuff. Whether it's the can, the air tool holder, whatever's magnet you can stick to the side of it.
They have the one for the power strip too.
Yep. All of that shit, including the soft silicone tool trays. Soft silicone tool trays. Mm-hmm. Working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, should we take a break? Let's take a minute. Pause it.
One debt to society later.
Better. That done?
It is now.
Okay, we're back after a quick hiatus. So,
I had to hop back off the wagon for
is that loud tires or is that Aeromed coming for the next guy in the bathroom at Myers? I think that's Aeromed. Somebody must have went over there and blew the shitter up.
It's a Jeep with some big old knobby off-road tires so I can go to the mall.
I'm still going with the Aeromed story.
But, yeah, we had to take a quick little break so Trigger could go blow up the Meyer bathroom.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. It felt wonderful.
But, yeah.
Did you really have to put it back in?
Well, we paused. He immediately hopped in his Cavalier and bolted out of here.
I don't think the starter disengaged before I shoved the heroes on the throttle.
No doubt. We were talking about Harbor Freight when we left, and then it started to sprinkle. We weren't sure how that was going to turn out, so we moved everything slightly inside. Okay.
It stopped now.
We were talking about accessories for the U.S. General stuff. The I got a bunch of the
Toolbox accessories.
yeah, the magnet paper towel holders and stuff. I use them. I hang them so they're pointed up, so you can hang extension cords on them because I got steel lining mine.
I say I have some on the back of my toolbox at work. I have cords and hoses hung off them on the back of my roll-around cart.
Super handy. They got the spray paint or cleaner or whatever
Yep.
trays, all these things. If you buy 2, you get 15% off the pair. If you buy 3, you get 20% off the trip. If you buy 4 or more, they're giving 25% off whatever toolbox accessories you want. That was another one that stood out. I got a bunch of other ones.
Does that go with the toolboxes too, or just the accessories?
Just accessories. They got that 5-drawer toolbox is $197. That might be. That's up there with some of the cheapest you're going to find it from now on, I think, with Bidenomics happening and everything else. We may see it for $180 again. That's probably the cheapest
Special
I've ever
sales.
seen.
Friday.
Black Friday's coming up not long. God, the year's flying by. We're already in August, deep in August.
Yeah, I know. I already got the email to pre-buy propane.
Really?
$1,800 it's gonna cost me.
You got to do it.
I know.
How long's that last? Sorry, we were talking.
It's not pro pleasure, it's propane.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
get it. I get a year out of it.
Oh, that ain't bad then. I know some people have to have their freaking propane filled 2 or 3 times a winter.
Oh, no, that is 2 or 3 times a winter, but that's pre-buying 1,000 gallons.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. I just
Still, that's not.
It's not terrible, but it's one of those things where I just wish consumers would extend out a little bit further. Consumers is at the corner of the road that's very close to my house, this direction. Mm-hmm. The 2 houses on the corner, my side, have it, but I don't want to pay to bore across the neighbor's yard, and she won't pay to tap into it, so I can't tap off of her meter. So if I want natural gas, I have to foot the bill to go all the way across her yard to get to it. And then she'll pay a little bit to tap off of that line that I just paid the bulk for.
Yeah.
But she won't pay for the stretch to her house, so I can pay to get out to mine.
the stretch to your house.
Yeah. She wants me to foot the bill for the whole thing.
No.
I'd say within a few years you probably get it freaking out there.
Yeah. I don't see any big industrial parks going out there to feed,
Well,
but I don't.
Spectrum is coming down that road right now, that dirt road. Spectrum's coming down that road with, I think, fiber is what they're offering. And I looked into that. It's cheaper than what I have now. However, again, they're not extending down the road towards me yet. So it's not worth it for me.
Flicking through and looking at online stuff for this sale. It's actually coming up Monday. Starts Monday for the members and starts Monday for the members. If you're an Inside Track Club member, Monday through Sunday. If everyone can save Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So not this weekend, following weekend. But if you know Hendrix, you can use his number and get the Inside Track starting Monday. The Badland winches. With a piss poor grounding system.
Yep.
Those are all on sale. Sounds like they're all on sale from what I can figure
They're
out.
good winches. You just got to make sure you do that freaking ground.
They're good winches for the money. They're great winches for the money compared to.
I'm telling you right now, that's why I bought one, but I didn't know about the grounding issue until it melted my ground cable or my ground cables. Then I found it out and fixed the ground cable, and now it works flawlessly.
As much as we love Harbor Freight, they're not known for the quality of wire or metals or.
No, you know, years
Professional
ago, you
use.
used to get that freaking Cummins tool truck that come around and do these big flash sales at all the local VFW halls and all that
Fairgrounds,
shit.
yeah.
You don't
Now
see
it's
that.
raining.
You don't see that shit anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But
once
you see
in a
Harbor Freight now.
well,
But and Harbor Freight's popping up everywhere. A lot closer to home for me, thank God.
Yep.
The Pittsburgh
thing it's
half-inch drive that is extendable. Yeah, I mean, they're not great ratchets. However, it's a half-inch drive. It's extendable for $15. Throw it in the trunk of your car. And on top of that, there's a 10-piece, those 10-piece sockets, they're not the impact sockets. They're the colored ones, 10-piece red, pink, purple, blue, orange, whatever. $10 for the 1/2-inch size. So for $25, you can have a ratchet and a 10-pack of sockets you can throw in your trunk of your car. It's probably not a bad idea. Maybe
changing a tire or something.
I mean, I would definitely get a better, for any Joe Blow, I would get a actual socket for your wheels on your car and a good breaker bar and just throw it in the trunk, let it ride around. Because the iron that comes with the kit in your car
is useless.
Is fucking trash.
Yeah.
Well, it's a foot long, and it's got the other end is the tool for the jack. And
would I trust this 1/2-inch Pittsburgh to break lug nuts or those sockets? Probably not. I would try it. I'd try it until they snapped, which probably wouldn't take long. Anyway, for the money, that's cheap. You know the outlets, the old, what the hell? Oh, my neighbor's home.
no.
Fucking jerk off. Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Jerk off. The screw-in light bulbs, the replacement ones that have the panels that
The
pop up.
wings and
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
bought one of
They
those.
got a brawn one, 8,000 lumens. It's got the flip out and you can adjust them a little bit. 8,000 lumens. That thing is $15. It's about 50% off.
I bought one of those here at the Menards, and those panels get rip-roaring hot when it's running.
Well, maybe this one, because they're bigger panels, maybe this one doesn't get nearly as hot. But I know what you're talking.
Or
I
it's
think
hotter, one of the two.
I think Buzzy bought a bunch of them
Burns
for
your
his
house
place
down.
up north. I think Buzzy bought a bunch of them up there. The tack light, the little like normal size flashlight, handheld flash, 1,800 lumens, $20. It's about 33% off. It doesn't look too bad a deal. Do I need another flashlight? Fuck no, probably not.
You need another flashlight, like you need another toolbox.
Dude. But for anybody that is,
27 of both.
but if you're gonna throw one in every toolbox, in every car, every side by side, the door pocket of everything you got to have one.
So you need 27 for one in each toolbox, and then you need 15 for one in each vehicle.
Fuck you.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
Here's actually a deal that I may end up. I say that, but I probably have more than I need. It's a 12 gauge, 25-foot wire extension cord. 12 gauge is a heavy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
20 amp.
I mean,
Again, their version of metal is not the same as anyone else's version of good quality metal, whether it's copper, or aluminum, or whatever. they're
Well,
putting
keep
in
in mind, that's the Chinese attempt at American wire gauge.
it. So it's a 16.
yeah, 12 gauge is about a 20 gauge wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's legit on this one. 12 gauge, 25 foot, $25.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at
A
all.
buck a foot. Not for,
For light duty around the house?
that's 12 gauge is heavy duty. They've got a 16-foot cord.
No.
A
No, no.
25 gauge, or a 25 foot, 12
gauge is
extension
heavy.
cord at Menards is $50-$60.
However, because it's from Harbor Freight, it's light duty. I am
From
not trusting it.
China. I don't know if it's in this ad here. I'm looking. They had a 16 gauge wire. I don't see it on here. That's on sale too, but not. I mean, use it for an LED strip, whatever. That again, that 5-drawer cart's 197 change, $198, $200.
That's pretty decent.
Everybody's
deal
got
stuff.
one. I've got a blue one over there that's actually from Napa, but it's the same fucking thing. I have one of these carts in my trailer. They're great. Bang for the buck. You can't go wrong. I think Hendrix needs one at his work because he has so much shit just laying on in a cardboard box.
In a pile on a freaking filing cabinet in his freaking office.
They should buy him one for the warm room and one for his office. But no. I mean, if
Wow.
nothing else, he can put his seat heater in there or something.
If the company's going to foot the bill, it's got to be a Snap-on.
That's a pretty badass truck. That Ram that just went by? That's
Could
pretty
do
cool.
without those fucking ugly ass wheels.
I don't mind them. Okay,
can
and then
do it with
we already talked
Ram.
about the Claude
You
Rafiki
wouldn't.
thing. The Claude Rafiki thing. Yeah. Other screenshots? You guys got anything else? Starting Monday, I think some point this week, I'm going to run in there and buy a couple things.
I think this year's voting system, talking about all this shit and talking about politics, any of that shit, I think this year the voting is going to be truly way more fucked than it was in 2020.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think
They're already trying to figure out how much they got to cheat by, which is going to be a lot if Kennedy is able to stick with it.
I think the voting machines are all going to be compromised. I think any and all of it, the whole voting system, the way you vote, where you go to vote, all that shit is going to be a giant shit show, and you're not going to be able to freaking trust it. After 2020, I lost faith in the freaking system.
Yep. Too much questionable stuff going on.
They had the primaries this week, which, again, primaries around here were kind of fucky. But there was a township that I was seeing posts about that as of yesterday, 0% counted. When in their township, they had 9,000 people and 0% were counted 3 days after the election.
In other words,
That's all bullshit.
The votes that came in weren't what they wanted to see.
Uh-huh.
So
I mean, I don't even have to say bullshit. Everybody knows it is.
And I guess a broken record here. I'm just saying that I don't have any faith in it. It needs to go back something way fucking old school to where it's bipartisan people counting the actual fucking tickets with other trustees that I don't fucking know.
Armed security.
I don't even want to say armed security because then that's going to make people feel uneasy about their counting, and they're going to feel afraid that they have to count a certain way. And
Post a cop in there.
Huh?
Post a cop in there. That would stop protesters.
The
No.
liberals hate cops.
That's fine.
That's
They're
fine.
voting in a prosecutor.
But every cop leans one way or the other too, and some of them don't lean. They're not going to
No.
agree upon it.
They're just there on the back end.
I just don't know a better
You
way
get
to do it, but
a bipartisan, two guys sit down, one at a time, go through, so they can both verify. And you got, say, a cop there who's just there to make sure everything else goes on the up and up. And he's got a body camera. You can easily post up a camera looking down at the table to look at every ballot that goes by.
It should be a live stream. Count
even the
every
body
fucking
camera.
one of them.
How many times have you seen the body cameras? Oh, glitched off. Well, this happened while the body camera failed. Did the body camera actually fail?
No. Doesn't matter. Whatever side is losing is going to claim some falsehood.
And then at fucking 5 o'clock the next morning, 250,000 votes are going to come in.
All at 1
at
minute.
4 in the morning when nobody's counting.
I said 6 in the morning, but either way.
No, it's going to happen if he makes it that far. Like a lot of these podcasters or video guys are saying, they're not going to let him live that
Did you
long.
see the one where they said that if Trump gets voted in, that
That's a drink?
if Trump gets voted in, they're going to freaking claim him unfit or something, and there was a whole...
But it's okay for somebody is actually unfit?
And there
Hey.
was a whole big freaking national...
Well, the
press
left
Okay.
spent all 3 and a bit years so far saying, no, Biden's perfectly mentally fit.
He's
When
competent
everyone
as
else
hell.
is like, the dude can't string a sentence together.
Then they forced him to go do a fucking debate, and they had no recourse because it was so obvious. And white
Yeah.
Super Duties are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
No, not a bad looking one for the freaking year.
Yeah.
That's 7.3 and it'll be rust free.
But, I mean, it ain't going to be a great, smooth cycle. It's going to be pretty nuts.
Oh, it's going to be entertaining as hell.
January 6th, the liberals were going to freaking set loose shit on the White House or whatever.
They've
Trump
already
did
done it. They've
4
already
years
done it.
ago.
And so the insurrection, January 6th insurrection,
The guided
They
tour.
made such a huge fucking deal out of it because who was there? Now, if the liberals do it and we go, so what? We don't fucking care. They're going to have a problem with us not caring.
Well, the thing is, January 6th, when right-leaning folks did it, it was a guided tour.
Yeah.
Like, Capitol Police let them into the building.
Now,
and
the Ashley chick, what was her last name?
Babbitt, I
Yeah.
think, broke a window and was
I don't
starting to
even
go
think
where
she broke a
doesn't-
window, did she? But she got shot, and that's not right.
I think a window got broke.
But I don't
Either
think
way,
she did it.
I think she was stepping out of line at the time, going a little too far. But, like, it was a guided tour. The Capitol Police let them in. They strolled in. Everyone looked like they're, like, just on a fucking guided tour, taking pictures of the inside of the Capitol building.
Dude, they were opening doors for him. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a fucking tour.
The one guy with the podium, they let him in. Like, they walked with him, and he went in and sat at Pelosi's desk.
Who? The shaman. They finally gave his headdress and horns back, I guess. Like, I'm sure they're probably not in the same shape he had to relinquish them in. But I got that flag up there. I think I'm going to make it, instead of saying fuck Biden and fuck you for voting for him, we need to put some tape over it and say fuck Harris and fuck you for voting for him.
No. KMA, apostrophe LA. Come on, the Jamaican Indian woman who.
She's Asian today. She's Indian
Okay.
tomorrow. She's black.
So a lot of videos came up because she did a speech same day in Wisconsin and here in Michigan. And a lot of videos popped up because it's the same speech word for word. Now, I'm not going to fault her for doing the same speech on the same day, same one, word for word. I'm not going to fault her for that.
No,
To be
I'm with
honest,
you. I'm with you.
I'm fucking
but
lazy.
people are eating it up. They're using it against her.
People are doing that. Now, what stuck out to me is that in Wisconsin, she talks one way, and then Michigan, in Detroit, she talks slightly differently with a more Ebonics twang to it.
Big time.
That's my issue with it. She's adjusting how she speaks based on the demographics she's talking to.
You think I can
That's a
make the
fucking
garbage?
problem. Huh?
You think I can make the trash from over in?
Nope.
Miss.
I heard a hit.
Kobe!
You see the picture going around right now with Air Force One?
It had an emergency landing. Do you know anything about it?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where they're offloading from the plane and everybody's there to cheer them on. You
Oh,
look at the reflections on the plane.
Oh yeah, that's.
I just saw
I
that.
just seen it. Yeah, so
You can see the Golden Gate Bridge on the belly towards the captain's cabin. But you look at the glare off the engine.
Like-
there's no people. There's no people glaring, but there's thousands of
It-
people out
it
there.
people are doing
shows-
AI detection on some of their rallies, and there's nobody there. It's just all AI people.
well, okay.
So give me a break.
Harris recently had that rally that packed a stadium. No, it was legit. There was a free Meg Thee Stallion hip hop lady concert. People went there for the free concert.
Oh,
They suffered through Kamala, and then I think like Kamala spoke after Meg Thee Stallion, but like she was up there doing her hip hop thing,
she would have to go
and
first.
everyone was there. And then as soon as Kamala came out, people were saying that people just started leaving the fucking arena.
Nice.
Yeah, 'cause
But-
she would have to go first because otherwise,
But
they,
yeah,
they know
that
she
picture,
sucks.
yeah, it shows the reflections on the side of the jet, and it just shows one or two people, like ground crews, standing there, not the crowd of people.
Yep.
And then someone actually pointed out that there's a guy in the crowd who's got his phone up, like recording, but it was some dark scene on the phone. Like they cut it from a concert or something.
I just seen that one too.
All I could think is I could see the suspension bridge post from like the Golden Gate Bridge or whatever it is.
That's funny.
I'm like, there's an airport next to the Golden Gate Bridge? I don't.
Right?
Look, I feel
shit, I
like
just
this
lost it.
presidency has led to a lot more uncertainty in the truthfulness of the White House, which is not a good feeling to have with America being the forefront of the world. Not that we want to be, it's just the fact that everyone looks to us for help. They won't pay for it. Well, I just saw a supercut of The Fat Electrician this morning talking about how everyone hates the United States and brags about their free health care, but they refuse to acknowledge that our military, we don't get free health care because we fund a military that protects everybody else, so we're subsidizing their free health care. The United States is the forefront of medical technology and medical advancements and pharmaceutical stuff. We're the forefront of everything. We're dumping millions of dollars into research so they can have free health insurance. But I don't know if I want the free health insurance like they have, because I still see stuff about Canadians coming to the U.S. paying cash to get faster, better care because they don't want to wait long enough for the Canadian healthcare system. Or the Canadian healthcare system won't diagnose them and treat them fast enough to cure them of the cancer they have. Whereas the U.S., we'll get you in and out. It ain't going to be cheap, but you're going to get taken care of. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the way our medical system is now. Insurance has ruined everything.
The medical system's broken.
But I don't trust the Secretary of State to handle my medical care either.
Nope.
Fuck no.
If you want to see what government health care looks like, look at the VA. Veterans are using their own insurance and going elsewhere to get care because the VA just fucks them around. Nope. I don't want to deal with it.
No, we should take that money that we send overseas to fund everybody else.
The Taliban
That
money,
to our freaking VA.
$40 to $80 million a week.
$175 billion to the Ukraine.
I thought we were up over like 220 billion.
Oh shit. My bad. I've got.
I don't know, unless they just send them another payment.
I thought a couple months ago we were up over 220 billion to the Ukraine.
Last I saw was 175. Either way, that's an outrageous amount of
I
money.
mean, we even sat here and figured it out. That was what, 2 million to every disabled vet or every vet
That's one
in the
thing.
world.
Hold on. 175. That is $536 million $536,000 per U.S. taxpayer. Sorry, not taxpayer, citizen. Every citizen of the United States basically has paid the Ukraine $536,000. Some people won't even make that much money in their lifetime. And that much money has been sent to the Ukraine on their behalf. And Democrats don't see a problem with that?
No, they don't.
I get that's
They're
one of your. I
ignorant.
get $536,000 is one of your paychecks, Ty.
Yeah.
But
There's just the amount of money that keeps getting shipped over there to
out of-
Ukraine or to the Taliban, to all these people. It would cure all the American problems, but they just keep.
Taliban, we left.
Well, no, it wouldn't, because they're borrowing money. They're borrowing money
Borrowing money?
from China.
Shit, we left damn near $10 billion worth of equipment for the Taliban to freaking take.
That ain't nothing compared to the amount of
Yeah.
cash we're sending them.
I know, but I mean, all the equipment that freaking Biden left over there when we pulled out, they left $10 billion worth of fucking equipment over there.
Hey,
Guns, everything.
I got an idea.
Tanks, jets, everything.
I did find it a little funny. Or like immediately they were crashing our Black Hawks.
Well, that's just a Black Hawk on a good day. But I do enjoy that there is a way that the government could raise a fair amount of funds very quickly, but it's something that they don't want to do. Bring back all the military aircraft vehicles, auction them off to civilians. Obviously, demilitarize parts of it. You have to. But if someone wants to buy a retired Black Hawk, government can make money off of that. If they want to deal
We'd
with that,
save enough money by stop giving it away.
Yeah,
I could buy an F-14 Tomcat and act like a maverick.
in your yard because you couldn't afford the fuel under Biden.
Shit! You know what?
Just give me your password. I'll keep bidding you up.
There with a camera going and blast danger zone.
Yeah.
I can see him.
Well, let's be honest. None of us are in the right shape to be fitting into a cockpit.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
But think how much money the government could raise if they would auction that stuff off. Instead of just Humvees
again, the super rich, the have-nots and the have-yachts. The have-yachts would buy all those things up because it's out of my reach, all of it.
Well,
I couldn't afford a tire on a fucking Humvee.
The
right
jets
now, so.
for sure, but like the tanks. If you could buy a demilitarized tank, aka they pour concrete down the barrel.
I don't know, dude. I would have to figure out a way to remilitarize it.
Oh, I would. I'd go to freaking Alro and get a piece of pipe or a piece of freaking solid
You
steel.
just hammer that. If whatever, I'd fix it.
No. You buy the tank, you pay the ATF the $200 tax stamp. It takes them 6 months for a large gun. It's not even a short barrel rifle at that point.
For $200, you better be a tax stamp for the frickin' silencer in the end of that tank.
Say, dude.
Can you imagine the size?
price of the silencer?
Can you imagine the size of the silencer?
I just stick a 2-liter bottle in the end. Fill it full of cotton.
I was thinking a big well casing around it, stuff it with freaking Pink Panther insulation.
There's got to be a way to make your own, even if it just ignites after the fact.
Well, I mean, you'll get
You're only going to get about one shot out of it.
one
before
quiet shot. Cost $1,000 to make the suppressor, but
homemade one.
one shot and it's gone. But
Be full of
Could you
shit.
imagine how far you could reach out and touch somebody with it?
I've got some people I'd love to.
or buy their old like F-350s that came from Ford without emissions gear on it.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be nice.
Dude, those would
Get
sell
pulled
like
over by
hotcakes.
The fucking
EPA nerds.
EPA.
Nope, factory delete.
Yep. Oh no, you fucking bought this for me. You bought it this way. I bought it from you.
This was purchased by the U.S. military.
That'll never happen. I guarantee you that shit will never
Oh,
happen.
no. They will go to the scrapyard and get fucking crushed under supervision to make sure that nobody ever gets their hands on a deleted truck.
Yeah.
And there goes freaking $150,000 of freaking U.S. taxpayers' money on
Well,
each
I mean,
truck.
that's an empty beer can Super Duty with crank windows, AM radio, probably not even a radio in it. I'm sure it's got AC. I don't know. But all that stuff, it's probably still a $200,000 truck. You and I,
we can
today-
get it for 70.
We can get a fully loaded one for 90, but
Yeah.
because it's the government buying it,
it's got to be
it's 200.
It's gotta be at
$300,000
least, yeah, twice.
Yeah, that's the way it usually goes.
government job, and it's deleted. They get better mileage than we do, you fuckers.
Fucking reliable trucks. Fucking piece of shit.
They took all the unreliability out of it for them.
And they probably tuned it to run on JP8, which is just the logistical thing. Jet fuel.
Trash fuel.
No, actual jet fuel.
But
Kerosene.
Shit, they use non-taxable red freaking cherry diesel.
we brought up the 6.2 diesel
Nah,
and Chevys earlier.
dude,
that thing,
That truck was on an Air Force base. It probably ran on JP8.
well, probably.
That's the Humvees were set
But it will
to
probably
run
run on garbage.
the
That
Humvees.
6.2 would run on trash.
The Humvees were set to run on JP8 as well. It's a logistical thing. They only have to import one kind of fuel.
I was just saying,
Everything uses it. It's kind of diesel.
the old Deuce and a Halfs and 5 tons had a Continental straight 6 in them. When they advertised them, when they were built, They were advertised running on butterfat. They will run on anything that is flammable.
That's what
They're
that's
a
what Shaq Diesel would
multi-fuel
run on
engine.
fucking garbage. All the years I had that thing, I think I put one fuel filter on it. That was just because I'm like, maybe I should do this.
What was it? The Lexus LFA could run on most fuels. That was relatively flammable, just based on how the engine was designed. What was it? The old Chrysler turbine car?
Yeah.
All it had to do was be moderately flammable, and it could run on it.
Well,
That's the same
enough
way with the
compression.
Continentals.
Enough compression creates enough heat.
Well, it's a turbine. It's got as much compression as you want.
Right.
Rev for days. But they complained about the price of the engines, and people wouldn't pay for it. So they did not put it into production to find out if people would pay for it. I'm sorry, but a car that you can put whatever you want as fuel in it. Oh, diesel's cheaper today. I guess I'm putting that in there.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
cooking
trying to
oil
find-
I want to get rid of. What do you got going over there?
I'm trying to find the picture of that. I just seen like 10 of them, and you think I could find the pictures of that plane with all the fake people next to it? Fuck no.
Oh, I just had it up too, and I thought I shared it. Yeah. Look at the one with Professor.
Okay. Work on it. The big one with everybody in it?
Well, it's got all the pictures. But what was it? So in that picture,
Yeah, okay. In the front, I see absolutely nothing. I mean, there's reflection, but
What is that
okay, you can
person
kind of
recording?
see that there's a parking lot, an empty parking lot in the reflection.
yeah, you can see the building
Tarmac
behind them.
runway, I thought, but
No, look, you can see the building behind where the crowd is supposed
In
to
the
be.
in the engine reflection,
if you look towards the front, on the belly of the plane, it looks like the Golden Gate Bridge.
no,
It's the red post of the Golden Gate Bridge.
that's arrows. That's drawn on arrows.
No.
No,
No.
that's too
Absolutely
faint to
not.
be drawn on.
I think it was two separate drawings. Because
It
the
looks
other
like
pictures,
chief suspension post from the Golden Gate Bridge.
no, I disagree. I got to find another one.
And maybe all I
Either
can tell
way,
you-
you don't see people in either reflection on the side of the jet.
Right.
There you go. On the chrome
Chrome,
part
yep.
of the back of the engine, you don't see anybody on the tarmac. And in that last picture in the
You know how
one,
much shit her
in the la-
crew is going to take for this?
hey, in the last picture in that series, if you zoom in on the dude's phone,
Yeah.
what is he recording?
It looks
Look
like
at the
a
guy in front of it recording the gray screen.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nobody there. Nobody supports, at this point, nobody with any intelligence supports Biden or Harris.
Or the Democratic Party.
I mean, think back to 2020.
This is awesome.
You
They just
show-
keep shooting themselves in the proverbial feet.
Well, look back at 2020. Trump would have a rally. He would legitimately sell out arenas.
Yep.
Like, it would cause traffic issues
yeah.
everywhere he went.
Filled the airports.
Filled the airport. People were parking illegally to see him at the Grand Rapids
I was going to
airport.
say, look at GR. GR, they didn't have enough parking. Period.
Downtown, and then he was at the airport when Wes went, and people were
Yeah.
way out.
People were parking illegally, and
People went
Everything
there to
like
get
that.
ready- Get ready for the rally freaking 24 hours prior.
2020, whenever Biden went on a rally, there'd be 20 people there. That's it. And they didn't even try and hide it then, but AI wasn't as good back then. But yeah, you'd have like 20 people sitting in the audience.
But yeah, Biden won by 300,000 votes.
Yeah, most popular president ever with 81 million votes. More votes than Obama got.
I see both sides of the fence when it comes to the Latinos and the black communities. Here in our state, every black guy I run into is super pro-left. But you see on TV and some of these videos, we keep sending back and forth.
Bring back the orange man.
Yeah.
Money went
Where's
further.
Where's all this gonna land? I want to know what side they're actually on, because I'm seeing both, I guess.
Well, I've also seen some usually black comedians commenting that Trump's basically black now because he's got a baby mama and felonies, and he's complaining about the man. I mean,
Yep.
but keep in mind,
Where is it?
for the longest time, everybody liked Donald Trump until he decided to run as a Republican. Now he's racist.
Something changed because he wasn't.
No.
He had the only black country club. He had.
Because he came out as wanting to drain the swamp, and the swamp wasn't going to take it.
They had a problem with that.
So the whole thing's outrageous. I don't know why people on the left don't see the glaring issues with Biden, or Harris for that matter. Although I did like that meme of the two guys staring at each other across a restaurant from It's Always Sunny, and one's like the ACAB people voting for a prosecutor, and the thin blue line people voting for a felon.
Oh, boys.
It's going
I
to be
can't
an
believe how bad
interesting
this
year
is going
for
to
sure.
get. Every day there's more shit, and I'm like, I'm in awe of how bad this is going to be, and it has been.
And then part of you has to wonder,
At the same time, I've never paid this close of attention to anything politics in my life either.
No, you did 4 years ago.
so
Yeah, but I mean,
Prior to that, you didn't.
right.
So I just got to wonder, how did we come this far that our best candidates are Hocktua Harris and Trump? Like, we couldn't generate somebody marginally better, younger?
Okay,
I get
if you
that
look
nobody.
at-
I get that there's a lot of people that dislike Trump. However, you said it a minute ago with drain the swamp. Let's start this whole government thing over. What do we need? What's the top thing we need less of?
Government.
Politicians, government. He's going to do that.
Well, he was trying.
I mean, I'm just one guy with an opinion, but I feel like he's the one guy that's going to
There's an old
quote unquote drain the swamp.
Oh, yeah.
So, Joe sent me an auction earlier in the week, and I watched a bunch of stuff, and I bid on a car. I put $5,000 down on a car. Thank God I got outbid, but I really like that fucking car.
Okay.
It's a 32
next
Chevy.
Generation of politicians that are coming.
They're just lowlifes.
No. Look at the next generation of politicians. Gonna
They're
be
AOCs.
president.
What?
You're right, AOCs. Where's Gen X in the politics? They're not fucking present.
They don't want to be.
They don't want Gen Xers in for politicians.
You're right. God,
Look
you're
at
right.
it. Look at it. There are no Gen Xers as politicians. Because the politicians don't want Gen X. The Gen X don't want to be politicians.
Why? Because we were raised on Reagan.
We were raised on, we don't give a fuck.
Just leave me alone.
Our parents didn't know where we were from
We
the
drank out of
80s
the
to the
fucking
90s.
hose. We weren't allowed to go in the fucking house. If you went in the fucking house, your ass was shoot right the fuck back out the house.
Now kids are allowed outside, but with a mask on. Not here. I pray to God
And
they don't.
social distance out there.
I pray to God we never have to deal with the mask thing ever again. But whatever pandemic they've got planned, I'm sure there's something to do with it. Now that they've admitted that the masks were just a joke anyway, the whole fucking time. I still see people wearing masks by themselves in their car, walking down the street on a 90-degree day with a fucking mask by themselves.
Where was I today? Somebody was wearing a damn mask.
If he has a medical situation that, with or without COVID ever existing, he needed a mask, okay, that's one thing. However, COVID has changed the minds of so many idiots.
Oh, I was down here at Domino's getting my pizza. One guy didn't have a mask, one guy had a mask. Working at Domino's.
They're allergic to pizza. Maybe he's gluten free.
All right, so I want to end this on
Shut
something,
the fuck up.
something lighter and more fun. So do me a favor.
Okay.
Wheel to that side of the table so this is a lot easier. We're going to do the marketplace Price is Right game.
Here we go. You weren't in on this
I
one.
don't think you can see us on there, can you?
Yeah, kind of. All right.
Scooch over.
Ooh.
Okay, that's better.
Okay. So we got this gem of a car.
Pontiac Sunfire.
Correct. Custom.
Well, that thing is way custom.
Well, hold on. Look at the back of the car.
Now, that's got a Michigan plate too, isn't it?
It does.
Are we
Now,
proud of this automobile?
so the description is
You want to have the camera take a picture of it, or are you gonna? That's good. That ought to do it. They get the idea.
So the description is fully custom Pontiac Sunfire GT, looking for cash or trade for bike. 122,000 miles with an automatic. It's in Fenton.
Quad 4 or a 2-liter
Does not say.
4-cylinder?
It doesn't matter. By that old, nobody gives a shit.
4-cylinder.
2-owner. Trim. Custom.
I think last time we did this was Price is Right.
Yep.
So
Oh, wait,
without
here.
going over.
Here's the back seat.
Oh, racing stripe.
Clear. I knew from the front of that car it wasn't going to have any.
You said 122,000?
Correct.
I knew from the front of that car there was no
Oh.
chance of any pecker tracks anywhere in it.
No airbag in the driver's side.
Correct. 2.4 twin cam.
Okay, quad 4.
Oh, wait. He's got an air compressor in the back, too.
Air ride. Oh, probably got hydraulics to raise and lower it.
Well,
Right.
he ain't cool enough to have train.
So, what are you guys thinking?
Man,
It's a Sunfire, so obviously he's proud of it that he's going to call it custom.
What year is it?
96.
96.
Correct.
Pontiac Sunfire. Okay, I'm looking at. What, are we supposed to seal these bids?
Yep.
Why? We didn't do it that way last time.
Yeah, but then I can't change it.
Well, keep in mind we're going to do a couple of these, so keep
Yeah.
yourself some paper.
I got to grab another marker.
All right.
Okay.
So, what do we got?
I went $5,800.
I went 16,500.
6,500.
Boom! One for me.
I knew it was going to be some retard that did all, or some asshole that did all that freaking work to a freaking Sunfire. I was going to want some stupid
All right.
astronomical amount.
Okay, next.
86 Chevy Corvette hardtop 2-door.
Oh God.
Oh,
God.
That's your yellow style.
Nah,
86.
That's a 96. So it's the same C.
No, it's 86.
Yeah, it's a C4. Oh, this guy's probably super proud of it.
How many miles?
Let's see. Fresh trade-in. Price doesn't include tax, title, and plate. Very
Is that a
clean.
dealer?
Very
Yeah,
clean.
very clean. 6-speed manual with leather interior. 31,761 miles with a manual.
Do I get double points if I'm right on the money?
Sure.
Because I got a feeling I got this one in the bag.
It's in Durand.
I'm thinking I might be a little high
Okay.
now.
11.5.
Would you have?
8,200.
10.5. I'm 2.
Ooh. Trying to find another good one. All right. This one's at a dealership too. 2018 Honda Civic LX.
2018.
Rebuilt title due to hail. Hail damage still present. Take advantage of the discount. Pictures of the vehicle when it's purchased upon request.
How many miles?
127,211 miles. It's silver, gas, 5 seats, automatic transmission. There's the car. It's a 2018 Honda.
Well, with a orange title, orange rebuilt title.
Yep. All right, what do you guys got?
I'm going
17.
with 8,200 again.
17K.
10.
Oh, you got that one. 2 to 1.
Let's see. I don't want that from the seller. Ooh, that's Haggerty.
Oh.
Oh, I don't want to see this. Okay, 1998 Daihatsu Hi-Jet truck. It's one of those mini trucks. Stylish beige and black two-tone Hi-Jet.
It's well worded. Oh. Okay.
Four-wheel drive, genuine low miles, 68,800 kilometers.
Canadian.
Left-hand steer.
69,000 kilometers to miles.
That would be 42,874.61 miles.
I mean, it's so uncomfortable, you'd never get far.
Right-hand drive.
Make a hell of a side-by-side, though.
It would.
It would be fucking badass. You're not going to go very fast. But
Well, it's got a. Usually they have a
less than
600
it's so
cc. Usually they have a 600 cc little motorcycle
Whatever.
engine.
all right, what you
All right.
guess? Put your guess down. It's a 98?
It is a 98 mini truck.
Okay.
$2,600.
Fuck. I went $3,000.
You beat me. I put 4,700.
I'll take that as a win. 3 to 1.
Hey, Greg, you want to get on the Price is Right for Marketplace game?
Price is right.
That's in the fridge.
Go around that way. All right, what do you got?
Okay.
Nin-
Hold on, Greg. Stay here.
I was going to say, free beers next door.
No, they don't have any.
1950s fighter jet engine.
Oh, come on, dude. I can't do this
Oh,
one.
I've already seen that one.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
We got to
let's
skip it.
Stick with cars. Let's stick with cars.
Okay, fine. 1983 Chrysler AMC Eagle.
Oh.
He's got $2,000 for both cars. Damn it. Fucking. Sorry, that was my bad. Okay,
I would have been high anyway.
here you go. 94 Chevy C3500.
Ooh, okay. 2-wheel drive.
Eaton Rapids. New calipers, pads, master cylinder and booster. SS stainless steel brake lines and new stock brake hoses. New fuel lines, sender, pump, filter, and housing. New Diamond Eye turbo back exhaust. New grille, headlights, turn signals, etc. Good wrench, reman engine, PMD relocation kit, new glow plugs, cruise control works, AC does not. Previous owner re-geared to 4.56, needs some work, transmission leaks at the torque converter, water pump leaks from sitting, needs batteries. 237,000 miles.
Is it clean?
I would not use that term to describe it.
Well, you said new brake lines and fuel lines and everything. That looks like a James Smith special. That is definitely a James Smith special.
Looks like a short box with a single cab.
No, it's an 8-foot box with single cab.
Yeah.
GM's
How
didn't
much
do
do you
dualies
think
in a
that's
long
up to
box.
sale for?
This is the Price is Right style, so you can't do it.
I'm saying $3,500.
Okay. I went 5.
5,500.
Originally listed for $3,000, now it's down to $1,000.
All right.
Hate to come in and
3 to 1 and 1.
Ooh, oh, this one's going to be fun. 1964 Bristol double-decker food truck bus.
Dude, see, I can't do those. You gotta stick with the general cars.
Oh, well,
Just
that's
tell us what it's worth.
160.
dollars.
Yeah.
Greg will take 2.
Fine.
$60,000 sold. It's on the dumbass.
Ooh. 1996 Lincoln Town Car Limousine.
Ooh, okay.
4 doors, more horse.
Don't blurt out your number yet. Let me and Jeremy write them down.
It's got the 4 for sure. They're just really far apart.
Is it,
Let's see. Let's see what the description says.
it's got to be covered in pecker tracks.
Well, undoubtedly.
Free black light.
96 Lincoln Town Car Limousine, 180-inch stretch, built by Craftsman Limousine. Starts, runs, and drives great. Only 104,000 miles. Floats down the road. Seats 12 to 14 people. Brand new tires with 0 miles. New rear battery. Driver's window doesn't work and AC needs charged. Has some rust on the rear rockers, but still looks good. Top has some rips, but still cleans up nicely. Interior is very good. Good stereo, new deck, Bluetooth deck. Tons of interior lighting. Seats look great. Power partition. Car was used personally, but we have upgraded. All trades considered. Clear title. 104,000 miles.
I just don't think it's worth much. I think it needs too much work.
What do you guys got?
I went $3,500.
I went 55 again.
I was going to say 35, but I'm going to go 28.
39.
Boom.
Because you stole my fucking number. I was just getting ready to say 35. 3,500.
Ooh, you want to do a mower?
Is it a racing mower?
Nope.
Then no.
It's not.
Zero turn?
The face you're making, it's got some special attributes that we need to see whether we do it or not.
Motherfucker, you just bought a new mower.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. There's no fucking way.
Nice. Good looking wheel horse.
Looks like a turf mower. 1350.
Well, what a bargain. All right, just
Okay. 98 Jeep Comanche regular cab long bed. Let me find a good picture.
when Nick
It's got a
came to
4-liter in it.
What is that?
Jeep Comanche. It's a
Comanche.
Jeep Cherokee pickup.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
Yeah.
I scratched all my numbers off.
Ty.
Okay.
We'll have to do this on the TV. It's in Riverdale. Runs and shifts. Needs new brakes finished. And has death wobble.
It's a Jeep.
Jeep thing. I don't understand.
New lift.
5,000.
New lift and wheels. Has a battery.
For a death level.
Don't worry, your Jeep will get it. It's
New-
a Jeep thing.
New lift and wheels. Has a battery, but is junk. Can start it up with a jump pack, though would bring a trailer, or I can haul, like
Theirs
school
might
haul,
not get it as long as everything underneath it gets oiled
for you
from the oil leaks.
for a price or full asking price. We'll trade for a motorcycle or XJ, anything I might find interesting. What are you guys thinking?
Greg's got to go first. He doesn't have paper.
You guys are ready to go?
Yeah.
I'm going to go because Jeep before it is 4,500.
I went 4K.
$2,200.
2,500.
Ooh, nice one. That's triggers.
Oh, I don't know why that's is up here. 2024.
Oh, shit. Okay.
2024 Chevy Silverado 4500 HD LT.
So it's got the top kick front end or no?
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Semi front end.
Nope.
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does.
Top kick.
Whatever. Duramax with Will Row 9-foot hauler body.
Okay.
Looks like emissions are
number for that.
intact.
Okay.
Greg's going to go buy it. He can haul some serious equipment with that.
Okay.
All right, what do you guys got?
98,000.
I went 200K.
122,000.
98.
Really?
Greg wins.
Holy shit.
I'd buy that for that.
Yeah, no shit.
There you go.
Ooh.
You can get rid of that international that you have problems with.
1978 GMC Vandura
Oh.
Shorty G10.
Yep. Party van.
Just say, Hendrix has one of them.
It's a
I think you got rid of that.
It's a
Oh,
rape
okay,
van, is
good.
what that is, Greg.
That's a Scooby-Doo van.
That's a rape van,
Roll.
dude.
Creeper van.
He's even got the rope.
Bag of lye and a shovel.
Okay, from North Carolina, 383 stroker, runs great, good brakes.
383 stroker in that fucking piece of shit. I call bullshit. I think it's just a regular old 305.
58,000 miles.
Got the same power, right? 3 extra fucking kills, right? Fucking idiots.
Look at that rape van.
That thing screams.
Yeah, you know what?
It's hold on. That being said, it does have the skylight.
Oh, I'm sure there's no chance of that leaking, especially from the.
Well, that way the victims
Well,
see some daylight.
You can see the rust spot underneath it.
I told you.
All right, what do you guys got?
That's what I wrote. 2,500.
2,200.
Oh, you're not gonna believe this. $8,000.
The fuck?
Me and Greg tied for the win.
5,000. What did you say?
2,200.
So we were almost at asking price.
Oh my God.
2012 Ford Transit Connect Cargo XL van, 4-door,
I don't know shit about
and
those
Pinckney.
things, dude.
It's a car.
I know shit about them.
Yeah, we got one. I own one. I don't know.
Well, now you
Look
got
at
a
that.
you got a leg up.
Hold on. There's the rear quarter kind of view. 2012.
That's what Epstein drove to the prison.
2012 with 100 work van, 150,000 miles, runs and drives excellent without issues. It has a fuel efficient 4-banger with an automatic, cold AC, stereo, and more. In Pinckney.
Stinky.
I'm using my previous numbers.
What do you guys got?
$5,000.
5,500.
4,500.
Greg's taking it.
Okay. Since apparently we're fucking around with work vans now.
Come on, dude. We got to do back to the cars. We
Oh.
can actually.
Fine, I'll go back to something easier.
That's why.
Okay. We were talking about this earlier. 2015 Dodge Charger Pursuit in Brighton.
Ooh. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah. Tell me more.
2015.
Send him the link because he's going to go buy it
2015 Dodge Charger
for
Police
asking price.
3.6 V6 equipped with heavy-duty bucket
That's
seats.
a better V6 than the 3.8 V6.
3.7.
Heavy-duty bucket seats.
3.7's a piece of shit.
Bluetooth touchscreen navigation system.
3.6 is what all the Jeeps and
It's at a
everything have now.
dealership that offers financing in Brighton. So, there's
How
the
many
front
miles are
of the car. It 141,114 miles.
That's a lot. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
What year
Well,
was it?
2015.
Previous number.
I went 8.
16.5.
7450.
There you go.
Greg,
You got.
Greg got 8. You said 82? Yeah.
I thought you said 8.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So you were closest. It was 74.5.
Oh, all right.
You can give it to me if you can't.
No.
And say he was
I don't know why I
$200 higher than you.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn. That's kind of trick.
So there's the side shot. Trigger's face says it all.
That's all right. That's how they all
Are
start.
you
So-
knocking futz?
2009
Excuse me.
Nissan Frontier Crew Cab, obviously with the body kit. Rust-free Southern Pre-Runner Pro X build.
That's what the fender kits act is.
Yeah.
Radflow reservoir suspension with Titan front control arms and 2-inch lift. New OEM rear axle with E-locker, Fiberworks front and rear carbon fiber fenders. New Toyo tires, brakes, and fresh oil change. No lights or issues. Ready to hit the trails or shuttle kids to school. Clean Carfax, green title in hand.
I don't mind that thing. Painted all one color.
183,000 miles.
That hurts. Wow.
What year was
Oh.
it? 15?
2009. There's the
Oh.
back.
It's got too many
I'm going to go
fucking
with a
miles.
previous number right there.
Okay.
You're going 8,200?
I
Yep.
went 10.
Originally listed 10.5, currently 9.8.
I'll take that win.
Okay, here. 1989 Ford Mustang GT hatchback two-door. 120,000 miles on the motor in the body. Gray, has a lot of goodies in it. True positive rear end. If I love conversion, BM shifter, 410 gears in the back.
That's a drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna go $1.
The
Oh, now
car.
I gotta go too.
I went too low.
Hold on.
You said Mustang and I lost it at block.
The car absolutely would fly. Please, no lowballing.
Off a cliff.
If you push it fast.
No
enough.
lowballing. I will not respond. This car is for sale, not on sale. What the fuck? So he's illiterate. 120,000 miles.
That's what, that's
It's
the
for
saying.
sale, not on sale.
Yeah.
It's not freaking selling it on sale. It's
that's
for
the thing.
sale.
So let's see.
I see
got
that
to
a
see pics.
lot.
There's the interior. Got that
That looks like standard.
burgundy
Yeah.
interior.
What year did you say it was?
89.
Same as mine.
But cleaner.
That's not an LX.
It's GT.
Oh, I thought you said it was LX.
Nope. GT hatch.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. I think you're selling your car. You need that hood though.
No, I've already looked at that car.
Oh, you already got the number.
No, I don't remember what the number was. I can tell
We'll
you it was
find
too
out when
much.
he guesses.
Is it got a V8 in it? It's a GT, right?
It's a
So it does,
GT,
okay.
so yeah.
I could tell you he wanted too much for it, but I don't remember how much he wanted for it.
If he's telling me he wants too much for it, I'm gonna. Okay,
$10. All right.
Greg, what's your number?
2,500.
I want $8,000.
5,500.
Originally listed for 75, currently 68.
Okay.
Well,
I've been watching what a lot of Mustangs go for lately, and they're just
They don't go very fast.
Well, they're short a couple cubes is all.
yeah.
I don't know. We'll go for a ride, see how fast it goes.
I've been in it. Speaking of masks.
But yeah, I think this has gone on long enough.
Yep.
Send it.
Here's to those who wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
See ya.